Hello and welcome to my personal Shadowlands thoughts. I'm open for discussion on anything I say in this video. First of all, I will try to cover the new Shadowlands systems in order, starting with what you get at level 1. Let's start with the leveling. Leveling in Shadowlands is gonna be at least 50 to 70% faster than BFA as stated by Blizzard. The 1 to 10 experience is a new zone called Exile's Reach where everyone will start out in. Following that, we have the Shadowlands 10 to 50 leveling, which will put you in the BFA expansion to level if this is your first character. For alts, the story is a bit different. Your alts will be able to choose any expansion from TBC to BFA to level in from 10 to 50, which will surely make alt leveling a lot more fun. After 50, we go to Shadowlands, of course. This is where we start with the Covenant system. Your first character will be forced to play through the 4 Shadowlands zones in order, completing the respective campaigns. Each zone represents a covenant. These are the Kyrian Covenant for Bastion, Necrolord for Maldraxxus, Nightfae for Ardenweald, and the Ventir Covenant for Revendreth. After you finish these campaigns and reach level 60, you will be able to choose one of these covenants. Each covenant has their own specific general skills and class-specific skills. These are up to much debate at the moment, and we won't really know what will be best until release. Although I will put a link in the description where you can check the current best covenant for each class. But like I said, do not make your choice based on this. It is subject to change. The covenants also have a system called Soulbinds and Conduits. Soulbinds are talent-like trees of passive abilities where you can only choose one per row as indicated on the picture. It is important to note that these Soulbinds will not be class-specific. The empty spaces in the Soulbinds are socketable conduits which will be class-specific. You will be able to grind for these and have a library of conduits to socket into the Soulbind tree. These are also a point of great debate and will probably change until release. With that, we have come to the Legendaries, which will touch upon 2 great points in Shadowlands. You will be able to craft your own Legendary with the stats and effects you want. You will need to make a base item for the Legendary with your professions. Get some missives from the Inscription profession, which determines the secondary stats on the Legendary, and craft it in a special place called Torghast by the Rune Carver. This makes the professions play a vital part in Shadowlands and will be rewarding to have one. This is a thing I'm personally looking forward to in Shadowlands. There are a lot of in-depth videos of how the professions really work in Shadowlands, but if requested I can also cover that in a later video. Also, I am open for any questions you might have. Then we have the thing I'm mostly looking forward to in Shadowlands, Torghast. Torghast is a replayable endgame activity where once per week you can earn a special resource called Soul Ash. This is used to craft your legendary armor. Torghast is located in the endgame Maw Zone, where you basically go to earn currency to buy the ability to add sockets to items, among other things. The gameplay of Torghast is based on the roguelike genre. It's divided into floors, with each floor being harder to complete, which will have random layouts and enemies. After killing said enemies, you will find something called Anima Powers. These are temporary power-ups for your character in Torghast. Anima Powers can be a lot of fun, and I'm sure Torghast will be very fun indeed. It will have no limit to how much you can play, but you will be getting Soul Ash for your legendary only once per week. After that run is completed, you either play Torghast for fun, or any cosmetics they introduce later down the line. They have confirmed there will be cosmetics coming from Torghast. You will get the quest to enter this ever-changing roguelike dungeon at level 60 after you have joined a covenant. Next, I'd like to touch upon some PvP changes. Shadowlands has seen the addition of PvP gear vendors. This means we will be able to buy PvP gear from just PvPing like the old days. Every PvP piece of gear will have the versatility stat. And there will be PvP trinkets that boost the effectiveness you get from the damage component of versatility, but it doesn't boost your defensives. You will need to wear 2 PvP trinkets in order to gain this set effect. Also, the general time to kill has been lowered in Shadowlands. Hopefully we won't see that many games go into dampening now. The last thing we definitely need to cover is the Great Vault. This is a weekly item box system. You will have the ability to choose one item from the vault from maximum 9 items, depending on what content you have been completing in the last week. So if for instance you have completed 5 mythic dungeons and earned more than 875 conquest points, you will have a choice out of 4 items. If you add rating to that, you will get at least 5 items to choose from. This makes getting gear from the weekly item box way less RNG dependent. We will have to see how the system feels in practice, but it sounds very good. And that was it. Most of the important things in Shadowlands have been covered. Next, I will give my thoughts on the expansion. If you want me to cover the smaller things in Shadowlands, be sure to leave a comment. My own personal gut feelings for Shadowlands tells me it will be an overall good expansion to play. There might be insane imbalance at the start due to the Covenant and Soulbind/Conduit system, but overall the expansion has taken away so much RNG from the game that you will feel good when you play the game. You can set a goal and work towards it, with your hard work actually paying off. You can select stats on crafted gear and legendaries. You will have a choice of items from the weekly box and the time to kill in PvP is lowered. There won't be any random corruption procs and you will be able to even add sockets into the gear you want. Overall, I do think it will be a good time. I'd like to hear your opinion on the topic though. What does your gut tell you? Thanks for watching and I'll see you in Shadowlands.